take a left. Hello and welcome to episode 6 of OvernightersTV, Motorhoming in the Peak District, part 2.
Rocks and sheep.
For those of you who've already seen part 1,
Plagues and cows,
you'll know that we stayed at the beautiful Castleton C&M club site. And while we were there, we visited the village of Eam.
plagues,
And then we also got mildly scared and frightened and actually not really chased that much really by some
cows.
But anyway, back to our campsite. Apart from it having brilliant facilities, all the stuff that you'd expect from a C&M club site, it was also brilliantly located within walking distance to the town of Castleton.
And the amazing Blue John caves and mines.
And so this is the gate out of the site, and up there's Peveril Castle. Which we're not going to go to. There's some sheep.
I've got some bites on me. They've been itching me on my leg. And after yesterday, I'm a bit worried I've got the plague. Because I've got a bit of a cough today.
Oh no, that means if you've got it, I've got it.
Not necessarily. You might be one of the lucky ones.
That's true.
But I definitely do feel a bit off colour today. Do I look rough?
Darling, you look like you normally look.
Like I've got the plague.
So that's where we ate last night. The old Cheshire Cheese Inn. So you've gone with the lamb shankins, and I've gone with the pie. It's very nice.
Ye old Cheshire.
Ye old, sorry. That ye is so important. So the Blue John stone mill, that's what is mined, or was mined, or is still mined?
Still mind. I think the one that we're going to, there are 4 caverns here and 2 of them still mine it, and I think it's the Blue John cavern and Treat Cliff where we're going. The other 2 are like show mine. Well, I've chosen the one that's kind of least gimmicky and least sort of...
Most working mine.
Yeah. Which I thought, you know, being the
unpretentious people that we are.
The geologists that we are, with all our knowledge. We'll probably be able to take the tour ourselves. We could probably lead it.
I'll take my card. And I can say to them, look, if you want any help with the presentation.
Exactly, and the facts.
I know you might know slightly more things than me. That's pretty, isn't it? Oh, that's nice. But yeah, you might know slightly more than me in terms of facts.
Yeah. Well, but Ryan, you failed your geology.
No, I got C in geology, and I got a D
my
in
geography, C O level. I got C.
So between the two of us, we are massively medium flyers.
Yeah.
In the 2 Gs.
You've got Speedwell or Blue John that way.
Yeah.
And then you've got Peak or Treak. Oh no, we've been past Peak already, haven't we? Or Treak Cliff this way. Bless you. Oh no.
I've got the plague.
Got the plague.
We're all right within closed spaces, aren't we?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You don't get too claustrophobic, do you?
Nope.
I do a little bit.
I mean, if I can't actually breathe.
Oh no, that's not irrational fear. That's actual fear because it's something bad that's happening.
Yeah.
But in terms of the whole irrational fear, you're all right.
Yeah. No, fine. No problem.
Yeah.
As long as there's no cows down there, I'll be fine.
What about the plague?
Do you know, I'm feeling a bit better. I think I've got over the worst of it.
That's the symptom before the one where you die.
Oh no.
You think you're absolutely fine,
Oh no.
and then it gets you. Okay, that's the entrance. Should we go in?
Yeah, I mean, good to know, good to remember. We've walked all the way from just outside Castleton. Fabulous walk, really stunning, but it's actually free parking right outside. So people do come, and you could get a motorhome here as well. You could get motorhome up this road.
Easy.
And you can park for free. So good to remember. It's a good little walk, good little warm up.
Quite a trek.
Yeah. Castleton. That's where we've walked from. Yeah, good little walk. Now we're going underground. We're going underground.
Let's do it. It's not really real, is it? It's like a.
It's like a backdrop.
It's like a backdrop.
Film set backdrop. Another glorious day.
There's the old Union flag, proudly flying over England's green and pleasant land. It's weird though, isn't it, being here? It does feel like you're away from all the horrible things that are happening in this country and the world.
You feel very safe and very secluded and forget about everything else. Beautiful.
So these creatures are called crinoids, and what they used to look like is a long pencil, and their heads were an upside down jellyfish.
So there's stalactites.
Is it 1 centimetre? One
Every
centimetre
600
is
years.
600 years.
I don't feel so old now.
Don't you? Feel young compared to these. It's just awesome. No, that was the riverbed. Up there. I think that's wet. It's not wet.
No. Yeah. It's like it's been veneered.
That's what it feels like. It's like a snake.
So there's stalagmites.
Mites. Tides come down.
Tides come up, yes. It's amazing. We've learnt so much stuff since we've been here.
We learned so much. You are so knowledgeable. My goodness, how long has it taken you to learn all of that?
Not that long, I'm just a big geology nerd.
Oh, no, no such thing. We are so impressed.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, this is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
It really is.
Really
Thank
awesome
you so
tour.
much.
Yeah, thanks,
Well,
Olivia.
I'm glad
Thank
you guys
you.
enjoyed it.
Thank you. Okay, back
Wow.
out into daylight.
Oh my word. It's actually not freezing. Well, how was that for you?
That was just awesome. Absolutely awesome. She was incredible. She looks about 2 years older than Lois, and there wasn't a single question through the whole hour she couldn't answer.
All right, sheeps.
Yeah, you know, we thought we could have led that tour. I'm not convinced. I think there might have been a few tricky moments.
Can now. I literally,
Oh, yeah, we can now.
I remembered everything she said. I am now a geology expert.
The really amazing thing is that this blue John stone is only found here in the whole world, in these here hills. The only place in the world. It's incredible, absolutely incredible. And I just can't get my head around that. We were just in there. We were just inside the world. We were inside the land, in the hill, there.
In there, underneath that kind of carpet of green. So we certainly learnt a lot that day. She was very knowledgeable, wasn't she?
She was absolutely incredible, all without a script. She just knew everything, didn't she?
Bit like us.
Not.
But yeah, can you just explain? You said bleu jaune. What was all that about?
Yes,
Do you want to just
bleu
tell?
jaune. Okay, so when the mineral was first mined, at about, I think, mid-19th century, it was sent over to France to be made into beautiful jewellery and what have you. And because of its colour,
Blue and yellow.
thank you, blue and yellow, they named it bleu jaune, blue yellow.
And then when it came back over to Derbyshire, I'm not doing the accent.
Don't do the accent.
But obviously they went Blue John. That was it. Blue John, isn't it?
It's blue John.
So that's it, and that stuck. So that's why you were doing that. So that's the Blue John. But you've got to go to those mines.
Highly recommend.
It's a brilliant half a day out because second half of the day we went where we'd said we were going to go.
Oh, yeah.
Back in part one, back to the Monsal Trail. But this time we took our bikes with us.
Oh, and also sorry about the rattling in the first part of the film. We forgot to do the old tea towel round the grill pan trick.
Yeah. So we've decided today, after seeing the, what's it called, trail?
Monsal Trail.
The Monsal Trail yesterday that we walked, and we went on the viaduct and got chased by cows. Not really. We decided that we wanted to go back and properly ride it with our bikes. According to your calculations, it's 8.5 miles to Bakewell.
From Blackwell to Bakewell.
From Blackwell to Bakewell, and when we get to Bakewell, I'm assuming we're going to have a bit of a tart or something.
Either a Bakewell tart or a Bakewell pudding.
Or both. Let's off-road.
This is a great spot to park actually here in Millersdale because the trail starts right here. I've looked over the wall, it literally starts there.
Is it?
Just literally there.
You're looking good. Are we ready for this?
We're ready, except I'm not sure which way to go.
We're at Millersdale. No, we're at...
Millersdale car park. This is the Millersdale car park.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the Monsal Trail, and we're going to end up hopefully at Bakewell. Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool, let's go.
The code is apparently cyclists keep on the left. And I was reading, it's apparently a little bit of argy-bargy between walkers and cyclists on here. Walkers don't like the cyclists being here. Some of the cyclists I don't think are always very thoughtful and come steaming through. Not like us, look at us ambling along.
Right. Cool.
Didn't last long, did it?
No, we got about 500 yards, and I realised that my tyres were a bit flat, so we've come back to pump them up. But then you've just come up with a revelation, haven't you?
I just had a little explore, just because I thought, oh, this looks interesting, because this is the old station, and we were going that way, and that's the wrong way. That takes us to Wyvale. We actually want to go down here, and it's really sweet. It's the old station. It's very sweet.
Oh, good. I'm glad we're going to go the right way now.
Should we just not bother?
Should we just go to the pub?
Should we just have a cup of tea in the van and some cake?
Ah, this is more like it. So we're definitely going the right way now.
We were definitely going the wrong way before. Absolute numpties.
What a pair of wallies. Big tunnel coming up. It's quite dark, isn't it?
Yeah.
Quite spooky.
We've been underground a lot today.
We have.
Spent much of today underground.
Ah. There's another one.
Another one straight away.
Straight away.
Whew.
How did they even begin to construct a tunnel through all that weight? Look, all that earth above them,
Solid rock.
and digging it with pickaxes and shovels,
Can't imagine.
and just putting bits of timber up as what would you call it?
Supports.
Supports. That's the word. So that's Cressbrook Mill.
Built by Richard Arkwright.
Arkwright. Proper Derby name, that one, isn't it? And there's a few of these along the way. This is an old disused station. Oh, that was someone's house. Just went straight down onto the platform. Wow. So that was Thornbridge Hall Gardens,
That's Thornbridge Hall.
and it had its own stop. How
Fancy.
Yeah.
How fancy. We're at a stop. We're at a station.
Hassop Station.
Hassop.
Okay, we're not stopping then. So you've got 1 mile to go to get to Bakewell.
Let's get to the tart and the pudding.
Do you think we might have missed it? It's a bit late.
It is a bit late. we might be unlucky. I'm now regretting not having that big slice of cherry Bakewell with coconut on
That we saw earlier.
that we had at lunchtime.
Yeah.
That I could have had, but I didn't because we thought we'd have this. But
Come on.
we might be
Positive
lucky.
thought.
Might be lucky. Let's do it.
Go. So this is Bakewell. Actually, it was easier to lock the bikes up and walk in. You're feeling a bit cold, aren't you?
I'm feeling a bit chilly. I feel like I need a nice cup of tea and something sugary.
Something Bakewellian.
Something Bakewellish. Second-hand bookshop.
Oh, nice.
There is definitely an original Bakewell tart shop, unless I dreamt it.
Oh, that one. A farm shop. That'll probably have...
No, we've got to go to the Bakewell tart shop.
Okay. We can't just go to a spa and get some Mr. Kiplings.
No. Yes, and it's open. Yay! And you can have a cup of tea as well.
Let's do that.
Let's do it. Either buy one here or upstairs to the tea room.
Upstairs to the tea room.
Yeah?
Yeah. Ta-da! The proof of the pudding is in the eating. And there we have.
All right then. Go on then. I will.
And this is a Bakewell pudding rather than a Bakewell tart.
I don't. Should I try? I'm going to try a little bit on its own, actually.
Okay. And you've got a lovely mocha to go with it.
Mocha.
And I've got a local Chatsworth Gold, it's called, local beer.
I've got no idea what to expect here. I don't know if to be.
Because we looked at the tart, didn't we? And that's more like the one we get at home
That's
with
what you know.
the icing.
Yeah. Oh wow! It's a bit like a treacle tart. Oh, that's absolutely delicious. I'm not sharing. Go on then. I'll let you have a little bit.
Thank you. Wow. That's really good.
You were quite intense there, weren't you?
Yeah. I was channeling my inner Greg Wallace. It was like my MasterChef audition. You know when he says, I could demolish that plate. In fact, I could demolish the entire restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
what I
I
was
think
thinking.
he has a
It's a
couple of
little
times.
little cuddle in a bowl.
But it was lovely. And we got our Bakewell tart in the end.
In the end, our Bakewell pudding.
Sorry, pudding. Yes, Bakewell pudding. Big difference. So unfortunately, it was time to leave this fantastic location, the Castleton site, which has actually become one of our new favourite C&M club sites, hasn't it?
It's a brilliant site. It's brilliantly located, very near to Castleton, the town. Obviously not too far away from the Blue John Mines, as you saw earlier. And we were very lucky with the weather as well, which really showed off what a beautiful site it was. But there was still one more destination left for us before we headed back down south to Essex.
We wanted to visit the Upper Derwent Valley and the 3 amazing reservoirs.
Where, apparently, the dam busters had practiced their bouncing bombs. I could never do that.
You're not bendy enough, are you? You've got to be able to get it right up like that. Look. See?
Very good. So what's down there?
That's the Lady Bower Reservoir, famous for where the dam busters raids were tested.
What, they did the bouncing bombs and all
The
that
bouncing
stuff?
bombs across the reservoir to test how they would work. It's absolutely lovely. Very quiet this time of the morning.
But everywhere else we've been that's kind of peaky and hilly has been archetypically Derbyshire Peak District, as you'd expect.
Yeah.
This bit is nothing like I would have thought you'd get at all.
This is the Upper Derwent Valley, so the highest part of the river, I guess.
Right.
Lots of anglers' rests, aren't there?
Well, it's quite a lot of fish to be caught. You're probably going to want to rest after trying to fish that lot. Is it all mainly trout then?
I'd love to say I know. I don't know. Oh, that bridge was called Cutthroat Bridge.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's obviously a lot of pirates out here. I go now. I sailed the high reservoirs. I left from Plymouth Hoe, and then I found myself in the reservoir fishing for some trout.
Okay, over the bridge to Lady Bower Dam. Gosh, the water level is very low, isn't it?
This will do, won't it?
This is lovely. Yeah, this is perfect.
Right, I'll put the kettle on.
Put the kettle on. Morning, sheep. Morning. Hello. You coming for a cuppa? Come on then. Come and join us. Oh, lovely. Come in. Oh, have the sheep gone? Have they had theirs and run? Left me with the washing up?
You can have my mug.
Ah, thanks.
There you go.
Cheers.
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 So what do we know about these dams then?
Well, we know that they practiced the dam buster raids, but also, apparently, there used to be a village here, Derwent Village, was actually there.
What do you mean there?
Where the reservoir is now, there was a whole village.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it shows on here where Derwent Village was, the ghost of Derwent Village.
They're basically there.
Now the reservoir's there, but look, you can actually, I think you can still see some basic bits over there. The vicarage, some cottages there. Look, you can actually see a base there, Ryan. Look.
Yes.
Because it's so low at the moment, you can actually see parts of the old village. Yeah, definitely over there as well, look. Cottages, pack horse route to the church, all of that over there. Spooky. I just love that. It's just so lovely being able to pull up where you like, put the kettle on, have a cup of tea or coffee, take in the view.
I quite like getting up in the morning and saying, don't have breakfast yet.
Yeah.
Let's go to the place, maybe beat the rush hour traffic, get there really early, set up for the day or the morning, and then have your breakfast.
I just love it. It was just a fantastic 3 nights. That's all we were there for. It was just 3 nights, 2 whole days, but we just crammed it in, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, we worked quite hard, didn't we?
Yeah, but we had a brilliant time. We loved it.
Yeah, but of course there was somebody who wasn't there, conspicuous by her absence.
Yeah.
There was no teenager.
No little Lois.
There was no Lois, which is probably why we managed to cram so much in, because we didn't have Lois saying, when is all this going to end?
Oh, bless her. Yeah, but she's back for our next episode.
She is. We went to Paris last October, and we've got loads to show you about that as well.
That'll probably be 2 parts as well.
That might well be. Let's not promise that.
No, let's not.
But it might well be, because you know what that's like with continuity.
Really
when you say things like that, don't say that. But maybe. But yeah, so look out for that one. That'll be coming next.
Yeah.
But then we're also planning lots of other things. Got our site directory handbook. We're looking at going to the south coast. We're going to go to Portsmouth. We're going to go and watch my dad go up in a Spitfire.
Really, truly, going up in a Spitfire.
It was a present for his 70th birthday a year or so back, and he still hasn't cashed it in yet.
Well, no, the weather hadn't been good enough, but...
Was that why?
Yeah.
But anyway, so he'll be going up in that. We'll be filming that and hopefully getting the van as near as we can to it.
Not too near.
No. And then also we've got a big road trip we're planning down to Croatia.
Yeah, very exciting.
Via lots of other countries. It's about a 3.5 week trip, so we'll be making a few films while we're there as well.
I think so, probably will. Yeah.
So we've got loads to come up this year. Really looking forward to it. Hope you are too.
Yeah.
If you like what you saw and you haven't already subscribed, please do subscribe.
And keep on van waving.
And keep
we know
on van
so many
waving.
of you are doing it. Don't give up. We know not everyone's up for it, but spread that love, spread that van love.
Whatever your van, whatever it is,
give a wave.
give us a wave.
Doesn't hurt.
See you next time.
Bye.
That's
Ah.
cool. Do you think Lois is going to be a bit offended that we've said that?
Lois is offended when I ask what she likes for dinner.